so much for tuning into this broadcast. We are currently just finishing up our connections here on the Super Review Show. We're just making sure that we're all fine and dandy and whatnot. And yeah, so hold on here. Just checking if we're live again. We are live. I'm making sure that that's official. Yes, let's go. Welcome to the Super Review Show. Hopefully you are enjoying yourself today. Thank God. Listen, full disclosure, everyone. This is what I would like to call an AMA. Ask me anything. And in the world of entertainment and pop culture nowadays, we have tons of topics nowadays with streaming and whatnot. And let's go. So let's go. I'm so glad to see everyone joining us live. I don't even know how long we're going to go live today. We're just going to go live for a long time. And so thank you to everyone who's joining us live as always. I'm super stoked as always to be live for you all as always. So full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, full disclosure, full on disclosure. Hopefully you all are staying safe. Yes, it's still like a pandemic stuff going on and whatnot, but hey, that's why we have YouTube. We've been able to stream live and been productive as always. But just a little bit of some stuff. Like I said, we are live now on YouTube, and this is a full disclosure. This is an AMA. You can ask me anything in the world of pop culture, entertainment, music, movies, TV shows, you name it. We're talking about it. You can ask me whatever you want today. Because normally we're live on Wednesdays, we're live on Thursdays, but full disclosure, we are live officially today on Saturday, the 29th of January 2022. And hopefully you all are having a wonderful time today. But people are messaging me, you're live already. I'm like, I know. So no worries. We are live on the Tube of Ubes, ladies and gentlemen. The Tube of Ubes. Hopefully you are enjoying yourself today on this fine, cold Northeast winter afternoon. So there, some of the hashtags in this video suggest, ladies and gentlemen, some of the stuff in this video suggests we are, full disclosure, this is an AMA, but before we get to the AMAs, just want to let you all know that before you submit your questions to us right here at the Super Review Show, before you submit your questions, full disclosure, I'm going to get into a little bit of some backstory with everyone and what's going on, but I just want to let you all know that quick backstory really quick. I love what I do here. I think what I do here is great. I think what I do here is supportive, inclusive to the YouTube community and whatnot. And I love doing this, truthfully. But there have been new developments here at the Super Review Show. Some of you may not know this, but first things first, let's go to our hashtags for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. The hashtags of this video are 22 Tuesday. 22 Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. 22 Tuesday. Full disclosure. You're probably saying, why the hell is he talking about 22 Tuesday? Well, here's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Here's what's going on. 22 Tuesday is coming up later next month, February 22nd, 2022. There's a lot of twos in that day, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of twos. 22 Tuesday coming up next month. I am planning on doing a live stream that day as well. That is one of the big announcements right here at the Super Review Show. One of the big announcements that we're doing is that we're going to be doing another AMA that day. There's full disclosure, another AMA that day, another thing that day, and I cannot wait to do it on 22 Tuesday. So excited for that. 22 Tuesday, thrilled and excited to be doing a live stream again on 22 Tuesday, because typically we do mixed bag, and then we do on Wednesdays, and we do our career retrospective shows on Thursdays. Yes. So yes, full disclosure, we do a ton of shows here. We're picking up the pace more, but that's not the only announcement we have here at the Super Review Show. That's one of many announcements right here for the Super Review Show. And full disclosure, I love doing this. I love being live on YouTube. It's a delight every single day. Chat board, if you're chatting up with us, go ahead. Full disclosure, you can ask whatever you want today. Behind the scenes questions, whatever you can think of, ask them away in the chat board. Go ahead. We're going live for a while. Like potentially we're talking a 3-hour stream, 3 hours of this face. Why not? Full disclosure. So that's the first announcement. There's a live stream coming on 22 Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022 is 22 Tuesday. And what's our theme song on that day is 22 by Taylor Swift, because we're going full twos that day. Full twos on Tuesday. We're going nuts with that. Can't wait. Second thing I want to announce officially is that the rumors you may have heard on our social media pages and whatnot, the rumors are, as far as I can tell, we are still in talks of dates. We're still in discussion phases with this, because this is a big undertaking. We are talking at the Super Review Show here with you're going to think we're crazy, but we did this 3 times before. Full disclosure. We did a 24-hour live streaming marathon right here on the Super Review Show. We did it 3 times already. We want to do it again. We want to do another one. Bill is, so far, he's on board. So far, Bill and I have been talking, and because of the Super Bowl and because of whatever else is going on, that because of February is like the Grammys and then whatever all this other crap is going on, we're going to be busy as hell. Truthfully, we have our mixed bag shows that are going to be Grammy and Oscar season previews and whatnot, as well as many other things coming up as well. But we are going to try and squeeze, yes, I said it, a 24-hour live streaming Super Review Show marathon in benefit for, we're going to try and do a benefit for raising awareness to, there's going to be donation links in the videos that we do when we do this live for show you guys, the educated and amazing people that you are, to donate money, if you can, to certain food banks, or we're not showing the donation part yet, but we want to donate. And we want to spread the word of people, of foundations that are doing good in the world. We want to help benefit those people. We want to help people be healthy and happy during this crazy time of pandemics and all this other crap that's been going on in the world. But we want to make a difference. And we think that you, the important viewers of ours, not just me, but Bill as well, as of Mirth when he comes on, we are doing another 24-hour marathon. We're not sure on the date yet, but it's going to be sometime in February. I will keep you posted on that. Full disclosure, I'll keep you posted on that. But the word is out that we will be doing a 24-hour live streaming marathon right here on the Super Review Show. Now, it's not going to be the same setup. It's not going to be the same setup as this exact setting right here. The calendar is not going to. I have a tripod. I have a camera. We have Zoom. We have all the equipment we need. We just need to set it up separately over there. For those who are wondering, what's over there? That's the J Cave. I keep mentioning these people. The J Cave is over there. This is one section of the J Cave where I just happen to be running my mouth all the time, doing so much stuff here on the Super Review Show, doing videos, doing all this other crap as well. And yeah, it's nuts. I mean, I love what I do, but sometimes it boggles my mind that people are like, "Oh my God, how you built this up from nothing?" I did. I built it from nothing. I started this channel in 2015, and I'm continuing going strong. People are messaging me like, "You're live." I'm like, "I know I'm live." Anyways, full disclosure, we are doing another. So that's 2 big announcements so far. Two big announcements. We will be doing another AMA on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm calling it. Tuesday. I'll be doing another AMA that day on Tuesday, that evening, for our Super Review Show live stream of just another AMA, just doing whatever. That's the first thing. Second thing is we will be doing another 24-hour marathon. It's crazy. I don't know how the hell we're going to do it, but full disclosure, we will be doing a 24-hour live streaming marathon. And I'm going to share my screen with you guys because this is like kind of a laid back episode today and whatnot. Let me just share my screen. We did do a 24-hour marathon 3 times. We did a 24-hour live streaming marathon 3 times in 2015, 2016, and 2017. Now we realized, you know what? It's time to bring that back. So full disclosure, here's our playlist on YouTube of it. 24-hour marathon here, 24-hour marathon here, and here. We will be doing another one of those to support and bring awareness to. We will be bringing awareness to. I believe that one of the foundations was the JBJ Soul Foundation, which stands for John Bon Jovi. Full disclosure, we are going to be doing that. We will be doing that. And the donation link is going to be in the description of the videos so you guys can help out people in need. This is what we're going to be doing, full disclosure. So it's going to be awesome. I'm so excited to do it. But you're going to be doing this. You're going to be asking us questions throughout the day and throughout the night. And while we're talking, you can do good in the world by donating to this foundation. Now, what this foundation does, the reason why we're doing this 24-hour marathon is because we want to because yes, it's John Bon Jovi, world-renowned icon, whatever, but his foundation does a lot of stuff, truthfully. They really do a fantastic work. And they help out the Red Cross. They build housing for people. They support Fight Hunger. They do all this crazy stuff. I've been to one of these soul kitchens in Red Bank, New Jersey, and it's brilliant. I love it. But it's to support vets. It's to do good in the world. And why not support a good cause? So full disclosure, John Bon Jovi, I know you're probably watching this or not listening to us, whatever. Like, oh my God, whatever. Full disclosure, we will be supporting the JBJ Soul Foundation, as well as another few links as well for our local area that we live in currently. I'm not saying where, but you can help out people in need locally as well. We're going to leave a link for this and another one in the description of the video. So when we do our 24-hour marathon, you'll be able to do and see and support a good cause. So that's pretty much that. But let me stop sharing for a second. And full disclosure, we're going to be doing that for a 24-hour marathon. Crazy stuff, got to admit. Crazy stuff. I'm excited. I'm thrilled. I cannot wait to support a good cause. I mean, listen, people have to understand that full disclosure, we love doing this. We love being live on YouTube. We love supporting people. Outside of what we do, we want to bring awareness to a good cause. We want to make sure that people are happy, healthy, supported. Because look, full disclosure, Bill and I, we do a lot of work here for fun and for free. We're not paid at all doing this. So that's full. Those are the big announcements. 2/2 Tuesday, another live stream that day. It's gonna be a fun day. Can't wait. Next announcement is that we will be doing a 24-hour Super Review Show marathon for talking about movies, music, television, you name it. We'll be talking about it, and we will be live for 24 hours. We're not sure the days yet, but it's gonna be sometime on a weekend in February. It might be Saturday or Sunday. It might be Friday to Saturday. We don't know yet. We will let you guys know. But like I said, jump in the chat board. Ask me anything. This is an AMA that's going to go live for God knows how long today. But ask me anything in the world of movies, TV shows, music, pop culture. Jump in the chat board and let me know what you guys are thinking out there. Because I love what I do, and I'm figuring out it's a crappy day out today. Why not do a good cause? Why not support a good cause? And you guys can get some behind the scenes information from me as well about what's going on and all that stuff too. So anyways, I'm gonna let the chat board run for a sec as I sip my coffee from the Super Review Show mug. Hell yeah, I have one. Yes, I bought something from my own merch store. Deal with it. It is a great mug. It's just a regular mug with our logo on it. And it says Movies Reviews Podcast. Check us out. So, full disclosure, and I don't really know what else we're going to be talking about here other than what you guys have to say. Jump in the chat board, ask some questions, and I'm going to wait for some questions to pop up as well for a little while. But just full disclosure, guys, this is what we're doing today, and we're going to do the same thing, this AMA thing on 2/2 Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022. Can't wait, baby! Oh yeah, that's right. Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, so jump in the chat board, share your thoughts on this, and but yeah, so yes, our co-host Bill Murphy has just entered the chat. Bill, welcome aboard. Because you can. I love that. That's a great Bon Jovi song too. Because we can. Great Bon Jovi song. Hello, Bill. Hopefully you're doing well. Bill, for those of you who don't know, is our co-host. My other host of the Super Review Show's Mixed Bag, every Wednesday. Jump in the chat board, guys. Send me some questions. Do what you got to do. And otherwise, I'll keep rambling up my head. But yeah, so we love what we do here. And it's just this channel started for me. Full disclosure, this channel started as a side project, and now it's become a full-on like thing for me. I didn't think it would grow. I didn't think it would be as successful as I thought it would be. Truthfully, I didn't realize it would be as highly reaching 1,000 subscribers. That might seem like nothing, or to some people, but for me, it's a big deal. I cannot believe that this channel has reached 1,000 subscribers. That's a big accomplishment for me. Like I said, it's an AMA. Ask me anything you want in the chat board, anything in the world of pop culture, music, movies. Jump in the chat board. I believe it's over here. I think over there. I forgot. Jump in the chat board, send some questions in, keep the conversation going. Let me know what you guys are thinking out there. So yeah, we're live. People are texting me as well. I'm like, stop texting me. Jump in the chat board. So, but yeah, I'm going live. I don't care how long I go, frankly. So, and because it's what you guys want. It's all AMA. You guys can ask me anything in the world of movies, music, TV shows, you name it. I'm here. I'm answering your questions today. So let's see. People are like, well, how do I get the link? Well, it's already up on YouTube. Check YouTube. Let's see. Let's check the chat board. Hopefully all are doing well out there. Stay warm, by the way. I know we're in the East Coast. We're in the East. We're in the East side of things. Full disclosure, it is really cold out. It's very windy. That's why we're doing this stream today, to help, be supportive and just get you guys' mind off of some stuff too. So time to sip some Super Review Show coffee. Brought to you by our friends at Panera Bread. We're not sponsored by Panera Bread at all. Cheers. Well, since there's no action in the chat board at the moment, I just want to jump over to some other stuff that I think. I got some books for Christmas. Some books I didn't get for Christmas. Some books I did. I got on my own, but I did get a couple of books. I'm going to share some stuff with you guys. And I haven't read them yet, and I'm curious to see what you guys think about them as well. But if you have read these books, jump in the chat board as well. Let me know what you guys are thinking out there. This is the first book I got for Christmas. I just saw it, but it's Jonathan Kane of Journey. His book, Don't Stop Believing, about how he wrote the song. It's really just his life story. Full disclosure, he really he really had I haven't read it yet, but I know a little bit about his life. He's pretty good. So he's a phenomenal keyboardist too. He's a phenomenal pianist. Curious to read this book. Haven't read it yet. So I did prepare some stuff for you guys. Ask some questions in the chat board, people. Let's go. Chat board away. Whoop, 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 whoop. Chat board. Ask me some questions because we got big stuff coming up for the remainder of the show. Great book. Haven't read it yet. Got to start reading it. Another book I got was this book. We did a mixed bag show. Bill and I talked about this at one point. Bill and I talked about this book, and I mentioned heavily how the book did a lot more explaining than the actual podcast we did of the rise and fall of FM radio. That's a direct ripoff of this title, The Rise and Fall of Rock Radio by Richard Neer. Richard Neer, for those of you who don't know. Oh, good question. I'll get to that in a second. Thank you. Full disclosure, really quick. The book is really great. It's the author of this book was a DJ from New York City, WNEW out of New York City. He talked about how FM radio FM radio took over. It was really popular, and then it died for a little while. And so far it hasn't really been resurrected, but it's his story about his life. And it's a forward by Stephen Van Zandt from the E Street Band. So we'll go with that in a second. But we have a question in the chat board. Feelings about The Notebook. The Notebook, man. The Notebook is a movie that I saw once. Truthfully, I saw the movie once. The Notebook. I liked it. I mean, I'm not the biggest. I mean, you see, I do a whole channel on pop culture and whatnot. And The Notebook was more of those mainstream movies where you're like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's one of those things. I do love. One of the funniest thing about The Notebook was that The Notebook. Full disclosure, The Notebook. The author of The Notebook is Tony Sparks. I always thought he was from Brooklyn. It's like, oh, yo, Tony Sparks, where's my pizza, man? Like, I don't know. I thought it was some Italian thing, whatever. I thought it was kind of funny. The Notebook, it's a really good movie, though. I gotta admit that it is a really good movie. I do like it a lot. I mean, is it one? Do I go back and watch it often? No, but I do. I liked what I saw, and The Notebook was pretty good. Overall, I mean, what else? I mean, it's one of those like early 2000s rom-coms that it was like widely received. It's like, oh my god, it's so good. All the girls in your life like, The Notebook is so good. Oh my god, it is a very good movie, I will admit. But and I watch it on a daily basis? No, truthfully, but I do like quite a bit. Good question. Thank you so much. Any other questions in the chat board? Jump in the chat board, leave some questions, but whatever you want, whatever behind the scenes questions, mixed bag, career retrospectives, what's coming up for that as well. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking about what's coming up on the Super Review Show. Let's put it that way. Full disclosure, I should mention this too. Our mixed bag show. I'll get to that. Oh, that's a good question in the chat board. Our mixed bag show, every topic we pick is a different topic every week. Some we do part 1, part 2. When we did our, versus artists, we did parts 1, part 3. So, we did parts 1 through 3 on that. We might bring that back soon because one of our topics we came up with: who had the better solo career, Peter Cetera of Chicago or Steve Perry from Journey? Should be an interesting conversation. Just want to let you guys know. Feelings about Titanic. Full disclosure, it's a very long movie. James Cameron, he very, very long movie, Titanic. It is widely regarded as one of the best movies of all time, but a lot of it's just them dancing on the boat. They're dancing here. I like it. It's long. I have no problem. Like, the beautiful thing about movies and art in general is that it could have any length, it could have any shape, it could have any size. That's one of the things I love about art, is that it could take on any meaning, truthfully. So, full disclosure, Titanic, I think personally Titanic is a great movie. And I mean, I like it. It was so long movie. It was like, man, I gotta tell you, this movie was like, it was just long. If you have seen Titanic, it's a great movie, but it's just really long. The best Indiana Jones movie. Oh, good Christ. The best Indiana Jones movie is Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I will say the second best is Last Crusade. Why? Because it's just the start of a trilogy and the end of a trilogy, and that's that. We've talked about Indiana Jones a lot on the show. Because let's face it, they are making Indiana Jones 5, but at the same time, Indiana Jones ended on the perfect note, and the third film is The Last Crusade. The Last Crusade. The end of the film is just them riding off into the sunset. The ending of the film is the ending of Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade is the perfect ending to any trilogy ever, next to Return of the Jedi, next to like Return of the King. Like it's up there as one of the greats. So Last Crusade is not, I would say it's a very close tie with, because Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favorite movie of all time. But Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade is the perfect ending to a trilogy. They didn't need to make 4. They don't need to make 5. They could have just like TV. I don't know. The whole Indiana Jones situation is very convoluted for me. What's a movie that I would never want to watch? The Room. I never want to see that movie ever. I've never seen it. I do not ever want to see it. Full disclosure, no Room for me. Tommy Wiseau has been hiding out in Hollywood for God knows how long, but I just don't care about The Room, truthfully. I know Bill is like always like, oh, what's room commentary? No, it's so bad it's good, but I just don't want to see it. Like I haven't seen it. The Room is one of those movies where you're just like, oh my God, what? It's like, it's just so bad. It's so bad, but it's good at the same time. Like I said, I haven't seen it, but I don't want to see it. That's me personally. Like I said, keep those questions coming, guys. Keep those questions coming. Jump on the chat board, share your thoughts, share anything. Ask a behind the scenes question about whatever's going on in your life, my life, whatever. Super Review Show. This break has now been brought to you by our friends over at Teespring. Teespring is a great production company, ladies and gentlemen, for all of your Super Review Show needs. Where our merch store, I'll get to that in a second, actually. Our merch store is currently available off our YouTube channel. Let me share my screen for a second with all of us here. Oh my God. So the chat board is blowing up. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me share my screen real quick. Before we go back to answering questions, hold on. This is our merch store. Yes, we have a mask. We have sweatpants, water bottle, beach towel. I said the price is lower than they should be, to be honest. Full disclosure, but we do have a backpack now. We have a tote bag. There's the mug. There's our sweatshirts, there's our tote bag, but you can buy stuff off our merch store. It is awesome. I mean, I make the designs. There's our 1-800 Got Bill shirt. So I mean, there's some great questions coming to the chat board. Just saying, I'm going to get to all of them in a second. This is our merch store. Full disclosure, it is our merch store. We have a ton of sweatshirts. Came out great. I mean, I had to redo a lot of them because for some reason the listings went off for some reason. But I'm going to probably get myself a Super Review Show hoodie and just wear it around everywhere because I can, and promote my YouTube channel. So why not? And 1-800 Got Bill is right there, Bill. For those of you who are wondering, the backpack. Man, we got a lot of stuff going here. But that's our merch store. So let me just stop sharing my screen for a sec. Full disclosure. Chat board, you are doing great today. Let's see. Favorite movie ever. My favorite movie in the entire freaking world is Raiders of the Lost Ark. If you have not gotten on it and watched Raiders of the Lost Ark, it is widely regarded as one of the best movies of all time. Get on it if you have not seen it. Justin and I will bring pizza for the viewing. Ha 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 ha. You're funny, Bill. Thanks for sharing your love of the room with me. I don't want to see it, truthfully. Full disclosure. Sorry, bud. What movie? Oh, that's a good question. What makes you stop channel surfing and stay on the couch until it's over? Well, I don't know. I mean, what movie makes you stop surfing on like streaming? That's a whole other conversation to do with streaming. Streaming and streaming. What makes me stop and watch a movie? Truthfully, it depends on what the movie is. Because if I'm watching cable and if there's a movie that I saw in theaters that I really, really, really liked, like I'll give you an example. Star Trek Beyond was on. Star Trek Beyond was on. I think it was MTV actually, believe it or not, a little while ago. And I was like, "Stop! What we're doing. We're watching Star Trek Beyond." There's something about that personally, like the emotional setting of like a movie hitting me and being like, "Oh my god!" Like, man, I had such a great time in the theater watching it. I had popcorn, soda, whatever. Like I personally. I love when a movie that hits me, like when I watch it in theaters and it comes on TV, like, oh, I got to stop watching it. I got to watch it again. There's something about that drawing that draws me into a movie personally that I love. So sitting on the couch, watching a movie, there's no better viewing experience than watching a movie. I mean, because there's some experiences are better than that personally, like concert experiences or Broadway shows, whatever. Or plays, but what makes me stop watching it, stop channel surfing, and stopping it is probably the subject matter, the show or the movie, and the content of what happened in that show or movie. Personally, that's probably what makes me stop and watch a lot of this stuff, which I'm happy about. Like I said, Star Trek Beyond was watching. I'm like, I'm watching. I'm stopping what I'm doing. I will watch through the commercials and watch Star Trek Beyond because I love the franchise so much. It's great. All right, Brendan Mahoney, welcome so much, my dear cousin. Hello. His message got retracted, but his question was, "What's your favorite Netflix show?" This could be a whole discussion on its own. Netflix. I'm not the biggest Netflix fan. Truth be told, I'm not the biggest Netflix fan. But his question was, "What's your favorite Netflix show?" Out of the ones I've seen, I do like Umbrella Academy. I think The Queen's Gambit was pretty good too. I don't watch a lot of Netflix. That's my trouble. I mean, I'm much more of a Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Disney Plus kind of guy now because I do have those streaming services. But in full disclosure, if you don't have these services, you are kind of missing out on original content that is really good and really, really, really awesome. Let's think about it. I mean, because streaming services are taking over the airwaves of what people want to watch. Your internet bill is going to go up, but you're at the same time, your certain shows and certain content that you want to watch is all on streaming now. I mean, like, for instance, before I started this live stream today, I was watching some news by one of my favorite YouTubers and just generic people in general online, John Campea. You are amazing. I love you. You're awesome. You're so cool. Your show is great. Subscribe to John Campea. He is the incredible guy. The reason why I do this show in the first place is because I love him. But he was talking about how Peacock, terrible name for a streaming service. I agree with him on that. Peacock from NBC has The Office. It has Parks and Rec. It has original content as well that's coming soon too. But what he was talking about was that Peacock lost, I think, $1 billion last year from people not subscribing. I mean, they predicted that, but could Peacock run the risk of like being a great streaming service? I don't know. Guys, jump in the chat board, share your thoughts. What are some of your favorite streaming services or shows that you like to watch? Because there are a lot of shows that I like to watch on streaming services that are not on Netflix anymore because the studios are putting out their own original content on these platforms. Like, I'll give you an example. Paramount Plus. I love Paramount Plus. I think Paramount Studios is a great studio, truthfully. I don't really talk about them, but I think they're great. They have some of the best characters and franchises that are so desirable to see on screen. Like they have the Transformers movies. I mean, the first one's great, the third one's great, the second, fourth, fifth, full disclosure. But they did produce Bumblebee, great fun movie. They also produced the TMNT movies, which you think that for someone like me, I love those movies. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, those live action films that came out in 2016, 2017, or 2014, 2016, I think, they're really fun. I hope they make more because they're fun movies. They're great movies. I like them quite a bit. But Paramount's a studio that I like. I like Paramount Plus a lot. I'm watching a lot of because the thing is, studios nowadays are now taking their shows off of Netflix and putting them on their own streaming services. So the good and bad thing about that is that, look, if you want to watch The Office, you have to get Peacock. If you want to watch Parks and Rec, you have to get Peacock. Hulu has a ton of great shows on Hulu. Amazon has a ton of great shows on Hulu. There are some incredible videos online that you can check out and watch a ton of different streaming shows on different services. There are some great shows out there that are on original content that's great. Apple TV, no one really talks about it, but there's some great shows in there like Ted Lasso and Ray Donovan. I think that's another one. There's another one. So full disclosure, and they're all across different services. The difficult thing about these shows is that so much of them are across different services. Like, hold on. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, if you want to watch, if you want to watch the Peacemaker, HBO Max. If you want to, full disclosure, streaming services. Hold on, let me share my screen for all of you, for all of you at home that you're not just looking at me. There are fantastic options for streaming services. And we're going to get to that. Well, keep asking your questions. I see that Brandon likes Hulu. Hulu's great. Hulu is fun. It's a fun streaming service. I like that one quite a bit too. I get it for free because I'm a Spotify college student. So there's that. So what becomes the question is, as time goes on, and keep your questions coming in about this stuff because I'm curious what you guys have to say about this. But what are some of your favorite streaming services? Do you have any? Do you like them? Or do you like Netflix? Do you hate Netflix? Do you like Disney Plus? Do you hate Disney Plus? Jump in the chat board, guys. I want to see what you guys have to say about this. There are original content coming like crazy from all of them. Like there are so many good ones. And full disclosure, the ones that I have are Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, and Showtime. I get Hulu and Showtime for free with ads as a college student. So that's one thing. So, and I'm going to get them for a long time because I'm going to be in college for another couple of years. So I'm going to have them for a couple of years. There's that. But this begs the question, like, again, chat board, jump in the chat board and share your favorite streaming services with me. I'm curious what you guys have to say, but there's a lot of really good ones on here. Like there's Netflix, there's HBO Max, there's Hulu. Out of these ones listed here, Netflix, my household has Netflix. We have HBO Max, we have Paramount Plus, we have Disney Plus, we have Hulu because I get it for free. And we do not have Peacock. Peacock is, I could go on forever how that name is terrible, but that's me. Yeah. So what are some of your favorite streaming services? What are the questions that you have about streaming services? Do they cost too much? Are they too much to handle for you? Like, is there just so much content out there that's being produced that it's just way too much for you to handle? Jump in the chat board, guys. Share your thoughts on these. Because let's face it, These streaming services are great, but will they evolve? I don't know. There's so many good ones. There's so much incredible content on them, truthfully. But it all depends on what you want. It all depends on what you want. There's so much out there. It's actually scary how much there are. There's a lot of services nowadays that you can watch stuff on streaming and whatnot for not just the ones that are listed here, but there's plenty of others too. Like I see someone in the chat where Brendan M says in the chat board, I love Hulu is my favorite. What's your favorite Hulu show? What's your favorite Hulu show on there? What's your favorite, series that is on Hulu? What do you guys think? So jump in the chat board, share your guys' thoughts. Full disclosure, I love, was it Paramount Plus? I love Paramount Plus. I think it's a great service. It's like I got the full package because I want to watch live TV as well with it. That's a big one. There's so much on here too. It's incredible. There's Star Trek. There's Avatar: The Last Airbender. There's SpongeBob. There's a lot of other great content on there. Also, let's not forget the new Halo TV show is coming out soon too. The new Halo TV series is coming too. The new Halo show is on Paramount Plus. This is actually the first streaming service that I personally subscribe to. I love this service quite a bit. And because there's so much, they break it down between original content, CBS, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, MTV, BET. It's really, I like it a lot. Truthfully, there's a lot of great stuff on here. I think Paramount Plus is actually amazing. I love this streaming service quite a bit. Let's talk about another for a second. HBO Max now has The Peacemaker too. There's an original show on there. HBO Max is a streaming service that I have as well. Again, jump in the chat board, share your guys' thoughts on this too. But full disclosure, I love HBO Max. You got your DC stuff. You got Warner Brothers streaming service with a ton of other stuff. Classic shows like Friends, whatever you may think of it. Friends is weird. Well, not weird, but I'm not a fan of it personally. That's why the DC stuff is in here. They have shows like Big Bang Theory. They have a Rick and Morty. There's a lot of stuff in here. So HBO Max is one of them. Disney Plus is kind of like the sexy pick in my opinion, because Disney Plus has Marvel. They have Star Wars. They have so much on here. And truth be told, this is the conversation that I want to get into. And just go jump in the chat board, share your guys' thoughts. The one thing that I never thought would happen was that once these streaming services were launched, Netflix is kind of like competing with, because at first the only one we had in the game was Netflix. Now we have a ton of other ones too. We have Disney Plus, we have HBO Max, we have Peacock. Ridiculous. We have Paramount Plus. We have all these other streaming services. The question is, what do you guys think? Do you like streaming services? Do you hate them? Jump in the chat board. Share your guys' thoughts. So there's just my thoughts on streaming services. I mean, what do you guys think? Are you like, do you like them? Do you hate streaming services? Are there certain, here's a question. Would you pay, full disclosure, jump in the chat board. Would you pay for Netflix? Full disclosure. Would you pay Netflix because someone asked the question the other day, would Netflix go ad-based? And I asked the question too. Some people said it was 80% no, 20% yes, would pay less for Netflix with advertisements. I think they might go ad-based at one point or another. Truthfully, I think Netflix is going to go ad-based at some point because they're pumping out content, but how much more money can they make? It's a big question. And people are like, oh, by the way, you kids nowadays have it so easy with Netflix. So easy. So easy with Netflix. I grew up at a time where you had to rent it with a DVD. You had to rent your Netflix movie, keep it as long as you want, for the DVD. It came in the mail. You all remember that? That was crazy. That was crazy. So, full disclosure, I love these streaming services. They are my favorite. But it all depends on what you want. Like you could easily say, I'm gonna get, Hulu or HBO Max or Paramount Plus or and Disney Plus, because Netflix has raised their price to $15.50 a month for their service. I think that's ridiculous. They have become the most expensive streaming service. So if you want Netflix, you have to pay $15.50 a month. Some people don't want to do that. Some people don't want to pay $15.50 a month. That's why I beg the question. Would you put chat board? Let me know what you guys think of that. Would you pay $15.50 a month for no ads on Netflix? Give me a thumbs up on the chat board for yes, I will pay $15.50 a month for Netflix with no advertisements, or I'll pay $9 a month for ad-based Netflix, probably with one ad per show, or maybe 2 ads per show, if anything. Give me a thumbs up in the chat board if you think that. Give me a thumbs up in the chat board if you think that you would pay for would pay for Netflix with advertisements. Oh, sorry, I'm losing train of thought. Thumbs up for Netflix without ads, and thumbs down for Netflix without ads. Let me know what you guys think. I'll monitor that as the show goes on. Because personally, I would love to pay for it with ads. That's just me. I have no problem paying for Netflix personally, but that depends on who you are and what you have. It gets to a point now where it's like, oh, they're gonna go up in price. They're gonna go up in so much in cost. It begs the question. So I'm gonna share my 2 cents in the chat board portion because I'm watching and monitoring the whole thing. I'm gonna say that no, I will not pay for Netflix with ads. I will pay for Netflix with ads. At $9 a month? Yes or no? Jump in the chat board, guys. Let me see what you guys are thinking out there, because I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. I mean, it all depends. Would you want to? Would you pay for Netflix with advertisements? That's just me, but so. So someone in the chat board says, would you pay? So you would pay $9 a month for Netflix with advertisements and save a little bit of money, but you get probably 1 or 2 ads per show. That's fair. Full disclosure. That's your opinion. It's your thought. Would you pay for Netflix with for the $15.50 without ads? That's because it's an interesting conversation that's going on right now on the internet with people saying like, oh, I don't want to pay. Like, it's getting so expensive. I mean, it comes as no shock whatsoever. I think depending if they offered a package like that, I think they might do it. Because let's face it, also YouTube and what YouTube, I love YouTube. I'm using it right now. Merch store. I would not pay for YouTube. Number one, I would not pay for, unless it was YouTube TV. That's a different story. Personally, I think if Netflix were to do a different package, and not only do a different package, but they would do like a $10 a month package for advertisement-based content. Whereas there's 2 different packages. I think personally, people might do it to save money. They might gain people that way. Because we're like, oh, it's so expensive to have Netflix. It's so expensive. This might be another way for them to make money, but also have ads to support their content. YouTube has had more advertisements in their videos than I've seen in the past probably 5 years. Personally, YouTube has had more advertisements in the past 3 years because they're trying to get revenue into their bank account as well, which is interesting. Like some videos that I watch are like literally like 5 minutes long and it's like a 1 minute ad. That's a little ridiculous. It's like so, and so I've seen people comment about this stuff too, about saying, oh well, Netflix and YouTube is paying like they have advertisements on YouTube videos that are for like a 1 minute video has a 20-second advertisement. That's like trying to do the math. It's like 1/5 of the video is an advertisement. It's ridiculous. I think it's crazy. Some people do that. I full disclosure. I am all for people making money, supporting themselves if they can, but it all depends on how you want to do it personally. That's just me. So, anyways, jump in the chat board. Keep sharing your thoughts. Let's see what you guys have to say on the chat board. Hulu is my favorite. Cool. What are some of your favorite Hulu shows? Jump in the chat board, guys. Share your thoughts. Ask some questions, guys. Ask your questions as I pull up some stuff in the chat board myself. Let's see what people say. I'm gonna say that. That's in the chat board now, so you guys can check that out too. That's for you guys to check out. Would you pay less for Netflix with advertisers? Let's see what people are saying in the chat board. Let's see what people are saying. I put a poll up in the chat board so you guys can see it. So hopefully everyone's doing well, of course. And so far it's yes. So far we're doing well. We're doing well. All right, your boy the J-Man is going to get some water because he's out of coffee. He'll be back in 1 second. Stay tuned. And 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Welcome back, everyone. You're doing good on the chat board. So a poll was asked by yours truly. Would you pay less for Netflix with advertising? So 3 votes for yes, 1 vote for no. That's interesting. I mean, I guess some people like the no ad feature. I mean, oh, look who decided to join us. Our number 1 fan, Matt Hemsley. Welcome aboard. Matt Hemsley, hope you're doing well. What film are you most looking forward to in 2022? That's really a tall order, Matt. I got to tell you the truth. Let's see. 2022 films. Sharing my tab. I got to tell you, there's a lot of films coming out this year that I'm really, really excited for. Blockbuster Films 2022. Because most of this channel pays attention to certain stuff, but I would say easily The Batman. The Batman looks fantastic. This movie looks great. This movie looks so good. I'm excited for The Batman. Robert Pattinson as Batman 2 is a very when people first said that. When people first said that, when he was Robert Pattinson's going to play Batman, what are you talking about? Robert Pattinson's going to play Batman? No freaking way. Sure enough, looking at these trailers that have come out of the footage from this movie looks incredible. And yes, I had a conversation about this not too long ago, about intermissions in films, but the Batman is runtime for March 4th, 2022 is 2 hours and 55 minutes. Does everyone see this? 2 hours and 55 minutes long. Holy crap. My bladder is going to explode. Can you believe that? That's ridiculous. You guys see this? 2 hours and 55 minutes long. That is a long movie. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be action-packed and whatnot, but I would say I'm excited for the Batman. I'm really looking forward to it since that first trailer came out. I am so ready. So ready for it. All right, let's talk about another one. Black Adam. I mean, a lot of them is like the superhero films. Black Adam with The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Are you kidding me? The Rock, man. It's The Rock. The Rock is, dude, I am stoked about this. Why was The Rock not Black Adam in Shazam 1? That's a good question. Why was he not in Shazam 1, ladies and gentlemen? If you guys can answer that question in the chat board, go ahead, tell me why. But I'm really excited for Black Adam. I'm excited for Black Panther 2. I didn't see Black Panther 1. I know some people are like, what? How could you not have seen Black Panther 1? I just haven't gotten around to it, which is unfortunate. It's sad, but I have to watch it now that I have Disney Plus. I can just binge watch it basically. So I'm excited about it though. Black Panther 2. I mean, I'm curious to see how they're going to do it without Chadwick Boseman, because I didn't see Black Panther, but I do know for a fact that he nailed the role. Because everyone's like, oh my God, he's so good. So that's obviously exciting. Another film I'm looking forward to this year, I would say personally, is Jurassic World 3. I am excited about, but I don't know how it's going to go. Like, I'm not sure. Man, I don't know. What was it? Jurassic World 3. Yeah, Jurassic World Dominion. I mean, they haven't. I think filming it's coming out in June. Okay, that's good. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this movie because Jurassic World. Look, Jurassic World. You've got to be kidding me. Jurassic World in 2015 was brilliant. So that's crazy, but that's me. Personally, I'm all for it. I cannot wait. I'm excited. It's like the 6th Jurassic World Park movie. whatever. What other? I kept note of this too. Oh yeah, Doctor Strange too. I'm excited about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. This looks crazy. This movie looks crazy. I'm excited for this movie. I mean, the most excited for though, I would probably say the Batman. The Batman looks phenomenal. Doesn't Elvis Presley biopic coming out? No freaking way. There's an Elvis Presley biopic coming out. When is that coming out? What? Why was I not aware of this? As someone who has gone to Graceland, as someone who has been to Elvis's grave, I'm excited about this. June 24th. Matt, full disclosure, buddy. Thank you for pointing this out. I'm excited about it. So now I'm going to have to put this on my radar. I'm excited about this Elvis Presley movie. Like I cannot wait. I just literally just heard about it, but I'm so excited. I'm so ready. Like this, I'm a big Elvis fan. And I think listen, Elvis Presley, I can go on about him for a long time, but I'm really excited about Elvis Presley. A movie on him. So he's one of the best of all time. Yes, he's dead, but he's one of the best of all time. Love it. I am going to go see it in theaters, no doubt about it. You know, COVID's not going to prevent me from that. So, but yeah, that's just a couple I'm looking forward to, guys. So, we'll jump in the chat board again. What do you guys think? What other films coming out are you excited for? And just letting you know, our poll still stands. Let's see. How's our poll doing, ladies and gentlemen? So it still stands with 3 votes. That 2 people said yes for 2 people said yes, I would pay less for Netflix with advertisements. And 1 person said no, I will not pay for Netflix with advertisements. Okay. I mean, that's full disclosure, because Netflix, it all depends on what you want to do with Netflix. You could easily like, oh my God, like, because I think a lot of people are more used to Netflix without advertisements. That's just me. But hey, whatever floats your boat, guys. What other questions do you have? Jump in the chat board, share your thoughts. Because I am really, really like, I got to tell you the truth. We've been going for about an hour now, literally about an hour or so, and my voice is getting toast, but that's okay. We're still going to go for another hour or 2 hours. So whatever. What do you guys think? Would you guys go and support independent film? Would you guys? What is independent film? What is anything that's on your mind? Ask away, ladies and gentlemen. Ask away. Full disclosure. We're going to take a 1-minute break and we'll be back in a second. Stay tuned. Coming back in 3, 2, and 1. We're back. Just checking, everyone. I'm just taking a break. My voice is killing me already. Anyways, hopefully all is well. What are some of your questions? Jump in the chat board. Share your thoughts on this. What other questions do you guys have? Are you excited? Let me ask you guys a question. What are you most what franchise are you most excited for? What's your most excited franchise to return to theaters? Because let's face it, we had Kingsman, we had Spider-Man, we had a ton of other films come out. Franchise films. What are some of the franchise films you guys are excited about? Jump in the chat board. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. Excuse me. This part of the show is brought to you by SodaStream, where you can get all of your carbonated, filtered water for fun. We're not sponsored by SodaStream. We'd love to be. If anyone out there knows anyone from SodaStream, contact us at thesuperreviewshow@gmail.com. Just saying. So, what do you guys think? Jump in the chat board. Let me know what you guys are thinking out there. We've been going for about an hour now, about a little over an hour. What do you guys think? Any other thoughts about this stuff? What are you thinking about? What's going on throughout your head? And what kind of thoughts are you having about anything, really? I'm just checking something. Forgive me. Keep those questions coming, guys. So Matt Hemsley says in the chat where I'm excited for the Batman, Black Panther, and Spider-Verse movies. I forgot that the second Spider-Verse movie is coming out. I forgot all about that. Because don't kill me, everyone, but I haven't seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I know, like, how could you call yourself a nerd? I'm like, I get it. I have to get on it. I haven't seen it yet. Forgive me. Don't kill me. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I get it. So regardless, though, I have to see Spider. I heard it was really good. I haven't seen it though, so I can't really make any judgments on it. But Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2, part 1. I forget exactly what they said, but they're coming out with another one soon. I'm excited for anything Spider-Man related. I mean, Spider-Man No Way Home was like the best third film in the Spider-Man franchise in general. Was it the best Spider-Man movie? That's up for debate. Jump in the chat. But was Spider-Man No Way Home the best Spider-Man movie? Was it the best Spider-Man film we've ever had, including Into the Spider-Verse? What do you guys think? Was it the best Spider-Man movie? I think personally, because I have not seen Into the Spider-Verse, but No Way Home is up there. It was so brilliant and it took so many different directions and whatnot. I thought it was great, but that's me. So I gave it like a 9 out of 10. I did a review of it for the channel like not too long ago. I think back in December. So that's me. What do you guys think? Jump in the chat board. Share your thoughts on Spider-Man or Into the Spider-Verse or whatever you guys are thinking out there. Okay. So here's another shameless plug. Let's see. Just a full disclosure, everyone. For those of you who are wondering, we do have a merch store. And yes, I know I plugged this before, but I'm going to plug it in because I've been talking for over an hour now. We have products for you guys to purchase. Full disclosure, it's really cool. We have sweatpants, water bottles, masks, beach towels, pillows, COVID t-shirt, other shirts, including 1-800-GOT-BILL. I know Bill's a big supporter of that. I thought this was just a funny one. I never know what to yell at you. This is a stupid quote I came up with. Beef Coons. The Super Review Show backpack. I'm actually a big fan of the one that one I designed. I really like that one personally. So, I do like the. I am drinking out of the mug that I have right here. I had to remake it though because the Teespring website lost my actual like original design. So now people can buy it and whatever. Official hoodie that I like. Listen, yes, I set the prices, but yes or no, guys, in the chat board, would you guys buy a Super Review Show merchandise thing? I'm thinking about getting a hoodie for myself. I set the colors, I set the designs. I would not mind getting not a white sweatshirt. That's kind of ridiculous. Maybe a gray one. Gray's nice. So, anyways, just a shameless plug for our merchandise store. Full disclosure. Guys, what do you guys think out there in the chat board? Send me some questions, comments, concerns out there in the chat board. What are you guys thinking out there? Are you happy that we have a merch store? What are you guys thinking out there? Jump in the chat board and share your thoughts. Oh, I see interesting. Someone else said no for Netflix advertisements. Someone else said no. I'd rather pay the full $15 a month, the $15.50 a month for Netflix. Interesting. This is one of those topics that I wanted to see what you guys were thinking about. Because me personally, I would love to pay less for Netflix with ads. That's me. But what do you guys think? Would you pay for Netflix with advertisements or without? That's why I have the poll running in the chat board. So someone said no, and awesome job, whoever else said. Thanks for participating. You guys are outstanding. I love it. So, we've been going for about an hour now, which is fine. I plan on going for a lot longer too. I'm excited. Love it. Love what I do. Any questions out there? Comments, behind the scenes questions? Does anyone have any ideas about what they want to expect out of 2022 from the Super Review Show? Or what are you guys thinking out there? Jump out in the chat board. Because I'll tell you the truth. 2021 was a great year for us. Our mixed bag show, I think, brought a lot of publicity to us. Well, as a channel, I think doing a live show in general was a big addition because for a while it was just me doing videos. It was just me doing videos, just uploading whatever I wanted to upload, truthfully. And now it's come a long way. So. Let's see what you guys are thinking out there in the chat board, the board of chats. Let's share something with you guys. So, like I said, keep the chat board stuff coming, guys. Keep those chat board stuff coming. Just checking on our chat board right now. Hold on. Just checking the chat board 1 sec. What do we got, guys? Talk to me. Interesting question. My opinion of the housewives. It depends on which city you're talking about, truthfully. Because this is a question that came because a while ago, I think it was around this time last year, actually, maybe a little bit under a year ago. We did a video about we did a show. One of our mixed bag shows was shows that should be canceled, and the show was shows that should be canceled And one of the shows that I brought up was the Real Housewives of Everywhere. The show is terrible. It is a terrible show. Terrible, 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 terrible show. We a lot of the shows we listed then were reality TV shows, but full disclosure, this show, all these reality shows are like, why do I care what your cousin is coming out to dinner with you or not? Why do you care? It's ridiculous. So, full disclosure, I am not a fan of these shows whatsoever, except for, ladies and gentlemen, Margaret Josephs on The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Is, full disclosure, is actually a friend of my family's. She's great. We love Margaret. Margaret is awesome. Margaret Josephs, you are awesome. We love watching you. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but you're the only redeeming quality of that show, because you're probably the best part of the show, and the show sucks. All of the Real Housewives suck a lot. But Margaret, you are awesome. You are awesome. We love you. You're great. Well, let's face it, the Real Housewives of Everywhere has to end. Full disclosure. So that's, the Housewives of what ends your name of city here is like, ugh. But what's a good question? What are some other reality TV shows that you guys like? Or do you hate reality TV shows? Do you prefer Netflix shows over reality TV shows? Jump in the chat board, guys. No reality. This is me in the chat board. So chat board, keep it up, guys. You're doing great. So keep it up. Ask me anything you want. We have still 4 votes, 50% yes, 50% no. For would you pay less for Netflix with advertisements? Full disclosure. I think it's such a give and take nowadays, because you want to watch your content, but you don't want to watch your content. It's really expensive too. So for some people, not for everyone. So that's me. Forgive me for that noise. Any other questions, comments, concerns in the chat board, ladies and gentlemen? Jump in the chat board. Share your thoughts with the J-Man. You know, I'm gonna answer my own question. How did the J-Man come about? How did I become the J-Man? Full disclosure, I have a friend of mine, and this is true. The reason why I say J-Man off to work at the end of every single one of my videos is because I was at a get together with someone that I'm friends with, and this was a true story. We came up with, someone was talking, and my friend's dad says, "Hey, J-Man, how you doing? J-Man. He's a great guy. Love you. Shout out to my friend and his dad." He's like, "J-Man, how you doing? J-Man. Well, the J-Man's doing well. And truth be told, the J-Man, they came up with, because at the time I was working quite a bit and I couldn't do the Super Review Show, but now I have a regular job and I could do the Super Review Show. But we came up with the saying of J-Man off to work. And we've changed it over time to be J-Man off to eat, J-Man off to rock, J-Man off to work. There's been tons of different J-Mans, and it just stuck, truthfully. So every time I end my videos, it's kind of like a salute to that one moment of my life where I'm like, "Hey, J-Man off to work," and it's just stuck with me. So everyone knows me as JT, but I am known as the J-Man nowadays. Thank you so much. Off to work. So, and that's become my signature trait now in the Super Review Show, is that I'm the J-Man and I'm off to do my work. So I love it. I think it's great. It's funny. Oh, on our chat board, people are saying interesting things in the chat board. Would you pay for less for Netflix with ads? 60% of people say no. 2 votes for yes. 3 votes for no. Interesting. So you would rather pay more for Netflix with no advertisements compared to paying less for Netflix with advertisements. Interesting premise, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it up in the chat board. Keep it up. I mean, it's an interesting premise, Would you pay less for Netflix? Could. Would you not? No, whatever, all depends on what you want. It depends on what you can pay for. So keep that chat board coming with tons of stuff. Ooh, interesting thing in the chat board. Someone just said something. I'm trying to find it. Oh, my favorite song. Man, this is a good one. My favorite song in the whole wide world, ladies and gentlemen, dates back to 1975. August of 1975 to be exact. And it dates back to 1975. And the answer to that question is Born to Run. Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run is my favorite song in the whole wide world. I love that song. I think it's a perfect song, truthfully. It's got so much to it. It has so much. There's so much with it in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. It's incredible. I mean, it's one of the best songs ever. And you can look at the top 150 songs of all time, top 500 songs, 1,000. It's arguably in the top 30. It just is. To me, it's number one, but not to everyone. I mean, there are some people like, I don't like. I got it. I've heard so much negativity about that crap all my whole life. But plug, I did a video called "Why You Should Listen to Bruce Springsteen and the Street Band," and I go a lot more in depth than I would right here with right here. Let me just say this: his music is great, his music is timeless, and it's perfect in my opinion. There's so much to it, so much depth, so much amazing stuff with it. I love his music. Big fan of him. So there's that. I go much more in depth with it over the course of, that 20 or 30 minute long video I made of it. But yes, it is true. My favorite song in the whole wide world is Born to Run. I love that track. Keep those questions coming, ladies and gentlemen. Big surprises on the Super Review Show. Big surprises. What we got, people? Talk to me. What other questions do you have for the J-Man? J-Man. The man of J. Yeah. Again, we're doing this live just for fun today. So far, our paylist for Netflix with advertisements, 3 people said no. 2 people said yes. Interesting poll, guys. Keep it up. So what else you guys got coming? Ask me any other questions you got. And is Bruce Springsteen my favorite singer of all time? That's I would say I would not say he's my favorite singer of all time. Full disclosure, I think he has a great style. Truthfully, his voice though is not one of his. I think it works for what he does, but is it like his strongest part of his music? No. My favorite singer of all time, though, man, that's a good question. Actually, I'm sorry, I haven't really given a lot of thought to that. I mean, there's been a lot of great singers over the past 100 years or so. There's Frankie Valli, who I think is a great voice. There's truth be told, I think Michael Bublé has a great voice. I think Frank Sinatra is definitely in that conversation. Primarily because you can understand every single word he says. There's no there's no lisping, there's no fake singing, there's none of this crap. Every time you watch hear a Frank Sinatra song, he sings every word crystal clear. So that's just something about that. Frank Sinatra, Michael Bublé. I would echo people like, man, this is a good question. Thanks for asking this. Who's your favorite singer? Man, there's a lot of good ones out there, truthfully. I mean, there's Josh Groban's great. I think he's fantastic. I think if you're looking for like really solid singing, just with a great voice, I said Michael Bublé, Josh Groban, Frank Sinatra, a lot of the crooners. Dean Martin's another one. If you want to get into that. Man. Oh, wow. 6, it was just on the side. It was 6 votes. So far, 4 people have said no. And 2 people said, yes, I would pay less for Netflix with ads. Interesting, guys. Keep it up. My favorite singer, I think Elton John's got a great voice. He's got a great instrument. I would say people like, man, that's actually a good question. Man, tough call. Like, throw me some names in the chat board, guys. Some of your favorite singers of all time. Because let's face it, some of the best singers of all time are in bands or either like. That's a tough choice. I mean, he's not. Michael Bolton is another one. I really like. I'm not a big fan of like the whisper, like singers. The key to a great singer, Bob Dylan's got like a voice. He's not like he's okay. I would say people like, he just died, but Meatloaf had a great voice. I mean, whatever people may say about his music, like he had a voice. Freddie Mercury, Steve Perry. Man, tough call. Good question. I would echo Steve Perry. I would echo Freddie Mercury. I would say artists like the trick to a great song is a great singer, but there's been some Tony Bennett, Lady Gaga. I think Lady Gaga and Katy Perry have great voices. Katy Perry and Lady Gaga have really proven that they have range. They can sing a lot. They have a lot of different depth to them. I think they're great. I think a guy that gets underlooked a little bit with his singing actually is Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters. I think Dave Grohl's a great singer. As far as like his voice goes, he's not like the greatest, but I think for what he does, it fits his thing. I like that. I like Dave Grohl a lot too. This is a really hard question, actually. I already said Steve Perry. I said Freddie Mercury of Queen and Journey and whatnot. Those are iconic, but like artists that actually have really a great instrument, it's hard. I think Pink has a great voice too. I'd say so. Some of the chat boards said Meghan Trainor. I'd say Meghan Trainor is up there. She's got a very good voice. John Legend. Oh my God, John Legend. Actually, I really like him a lot. John Legend has a great voice. Truthfully, I think he's great. Who else? I said Katy Perry. I said Meghan Trainor. I would say if you're looking for like a Lady Gaga, like I said, she's proven herself with Tony Bennett stuff. She's really great. Man. But yeah, I would say those are some of my favorite singers, truthfully. Oh, Asm of Earth, welcome. Glad to see you. Most look forward to album of 2022. This is a hard one. Most look forward album of 2022. Man, I'm not even up to date on this stuff. 2022 in rock music. Most of you know I pay attention to a lot of different artists and whatnot. But I think I'm looking at like artists releasing new music. Let me just check on Wikipedia for a sec. Because I mainly listen to rock music, just full disclosure. But if you Blink-182 is supposed to release a new album, MGK is supposed to release a new album. Interesting. So Blink-182 is supposed to release a ninth album, which is weird because they just released 9, which was their 8th album. MGK, I'm expecting another album from him. John Mellencamp released his. It already came out, but I liked a lot of it when I heard his Strictly One-Eyed Jack album. It's great. Slash, he's got a solo album coming out. Tears for Fears. I didn't realize they were releasing a new album. Oh, no, actually, I should have known that. Yes, Tears for Fears is releasing a new album called Tipping Point. It's coming out in February. Their first album in 18 years. Holy crap. Crazy. I might go see them, truthfully. Slipknot's supposed to release another album. I'm excited about that. Weezer said they're going to release 4 new albums. That's crazy, actually. Weezer? Damn. Wow. There is one album I am looking forward to truthfully that's coming out soon. The Red Hot Chili Peppers. And they just released like a teaser of it. It's going to come out later this year. I'm excited because based on what I heard from that teaser was great. Like, I'm really, really excited about that. 9 Inch Nails has new stuff coming out too. Smashing Pumpkins is going to release. I'm not a big. I like Smashing Pumpkins. I'm not the biggest fan of them. Man, this is crazy. Wow. So, out of all the stuff that I said, I would say probably Blink-182. Green Day is rumored to have an album coming out too. I heard. MGK. I'm excited about it because I really like Tickets to My Downfall, but I'm excited to see what he does next. I like John Mellencamp's new album. I thought was great. Slash. I didn't really get into a solo career. I'm curious about Tears for Fears. Right now, Slipknot. I'm excited about Weezer. I'm excited about Chili Peppers. I'm really excited about. 9 Inch Nails. I'm excited about too. Yeah, there's just a couple of examples there, so I'm excited about those. That's me. And in music in general, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff coming out in the pipeline. I was just to list off a few. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Weezer, Blink, 182. What else did I say? I said Slipknot. I actually like Slipknot quite a bit. They're actually really good. Etc. Etc. Yeah, so there's just an example of some of the albums I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I am seeing the Red Hot Chili Peppers on their tour coming up later this year. I am excited about that. My concert lineup is going to be good too. I'm excited about that. As far as like shows go, I mean, I have tickets to 4 shows this year. I'll put them in the chat board for you. Kiss. Oh, I'm not gonna say anything. Keep those questions coming, guys. I mean, I put in the chat board my shows that are coming up. If you guys are going to any shows this summer, let me know what you guys are thinking about there. So I just threw some in the chat board as well. I mean, for those who don't know, I'm a big concert goer. And when COVID hit and we couldn't go to any of them, I'm like, are you kidding me? I was pissed. So I don't know. That's just me. But what other questions you guys have in the chat board? Any other exciting moments? What do you maybe some behind the scenes questions? Let me know what you guys are thinking out there. We've been going for about an hour. How long are we going for? How have you guys been listening to me for an hour and a half? That's what I want to know. So give me some other questions. Give me some other question, guys. You guys have been doing a great job participating too. Full disclosure, you guys are awesome. I love it when people do this. So, any other questions at all? Jump in the chat board. Share your thoughts. Share anything you guys want to talk about. Lay them on me. Our poll for Netflix still stands. So 4 people said no. 2 people said yes for pay less for Netflix with ads. Hey, whatever you guys want to do. I mean, all depends. Like I said before, it all depends on what you think is the best for you. That's interesting. So I mean, I personally, I said yes, I would pay less, but that's me. And the poll, let's put it right here. I'm going to put up a new poll for everyone. Good job, everyone. Seriously, guys, that's very interesting how people actually say that. How like more people like, yes, I'd rather pay, or no, I'd rather pay for full Netflix without ads. That's interesting. Very interesting. That's interesting. As I'm worth the chat board, thanks for jumping in for a sec there. I would tolerate Netflix with ads if it was for free. You know what, Asm, if you were to pay for Netflix, if Netflix was free with ads, I would probably do that. Will they do that? I highly doubt that, but that's me. That's me. I mean, Netflix with advertisements though, for free. Let's do that in the chat board. Hold on, full poll. Let's see. Let's see what you guys have to say about that. New chat board question. Here we go. That's a very interesting question. Like, would you, if Netflix was free, and you had to watch it with advertisements, would you still watch it? It's a very good question. Because with streaming services, it's like, what are you going to do? You got to pay for this stuff. It's like $15 a month or $10 a month, whatever it is. It's not too expensive now. It's going to get more expensive at some point, but that's me. I did a whole segment on this, but literally about an hour ago now. So someone said yes in the chat, but I'm going to say yes too, actually. So let's see. If Netflix was free, would you guys be okay with Netflix for free with advertisements? If it was free, like a YouTube service, would you do that? So great question. What do you guys think? I would be all for it, actually, because you're getting the same content, but with advertisements for free. That'd be cool. I would dig that. That's me personally. That's me. So it all depends on what you want to do, of course. So. By the way, if you guys are not aware, please share this video so people know that we are live on YouTube as well. That people have other people can come out and reach out and have some questions asked for you guys, for me to answer. My voice is getting tired already, but that's me. If you haven't already, by the way, just full disclosure, subscribe to us follow us on Instagram at the Super Review Show. Just saying. We do a lot of posting. I do a lot of postings on there for a lot of different stuff. So I'm just sharing this right now with all of you guys. Like I said, jump in the chat board, share your thoughts. I'm still going to go online for a little while longer. So yeah. Yeah, full disclosure. So anyways, thank you. Okay, I know I might have not said this already, but thank you everyone for watching as well. Thanks for chiming in on sharing your thoughts. So people are so far, 3 people have said yes to free Netflix with advertisements. That's an interesting premise too. I mean, let's talk about it for a sec. If Netflix went free, right? If Netflix went free with ads, there's a free option. You could, I think they would lose money, but then again, they have a lot of money as it is. I mean, would Netflix actually be able to? Chap, help me out with this. If you had Netflix for free, but you had advertisements on it, would you enjoy it as much as you did before? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat board. Guys, I'm curious to see what you guys say about this, because if you could pay for Netflix without ads and they charge whatever they charge, but if you could get Netflix without money, like, it's just an interesting premise. Let me see. And people are still saying, "How are you live?" I'm live. All right. Now it's 4 minutes. Three people said yes to free Netflix with ads. It's good. Are you seeing the Batman opening weekend? We talked about this a little while ago, but yes, I am all for seeing this Batman movie. All for it. Why? I am just so excited to see this movie. Like, you have no idea how excited I am for this Batman film. We talked about it a little while ago, but this Batman movie looks so good. So good. Robert, and if it sucks, I'm going to be pissed. It just looks that good. I would love to see this movie in theaters, which I have every intention to. I would love to see this movie in theaters. I mean, it's going to be an HBO Max at some point, but I am still excited to see this movie. All right, and Athenworth says he'd be able to tolerate the advertisements for advertisements if Netflix was free. That's interesting. I mean, so many people are used to Netflix with ads, without ads, but I mean, hey, anything's possible. So, what do you guys think? Opening weekend box office for the Batman. Share your numbers. I'm going to say, hold on. I'm going to say my personal, hold on, opening weekend. Give me your numbers. How much money is this going to make opening weekend? I'm going to say 120 million opening weekend. What is your take for the opening weekend numbers for the Batman? What are your numbers for opening week? What do you guys think? Jump in the chat board, share your thoughts. What is the opening weekend numbers for the Batman? Because let's say Spider-Man No Way Home, even though we're in a pandemic, they still said, hey, we can do it. What do you guys think? Jump in the chat board, share your thoughts. All right. Keep those numbers coming. I'll be back in about 1 minute. Give me 1 sec. We'll be back. Coming back on in 3, 2, 1. Woo, we're back. What's going on, everyone? So glad to have us back. We're just took a quick minute-long break, and now I'm back. I had to get a quick snack while I was at it too. So what do you guys think? Opening weekend for the Batman. I'm going to say my number is 120 million. What do you guys think? Hopefully it's more. Hopefully it's less. Who knows? We'll have to see. What do you guys think? At this point, there's not too many people watching anymore, but that's okay. I'm just going to let you guys come up with some stuff for us. We've been going for almost 2 hours. I'm going to give another 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to cut it off of there because you guys did a great job participating today. So I ended the poll for people saying yes to free Netflix with advertisements. Very interesting stuff, guys. Full disclosure. We've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. I'm going to cut the stream. I want to thank you all for watching, for being supportive of this content, and being amazing at what you guys have done today. Like I said, there's going to be another one of these on Tuesday, February 22nd of 2022. I'm excited as hell for that. Can't wait. Truthfully. So that's going to do it for us, though. Thank you for watching this live AMA. Hopefully you guys had a good time. And if you watch the reruns of it occasionally as well, thank you again for watching and listening as well. Sound off in the comment section below. If there's anything you still want to ask me, jump in the comment section below and share your thoughts as well. So, but that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And who knows, maybe we'll do one tomorrow too, just for kicks. So we'll see you guys next time. Until then, I'm the J-Man. I'm off to work.